Well, my friends, today I'm going to talk about some of the stuff I got this week. But this is a bar note that I got in my change at a local gas station. Kind of cool. Not super collectible, but not too bad either. I mean, I got it for $1 instead of paying a coin dealer or somebody for it. Now, look at this real close. It's a Swiss coin, and it's tin wrapping. And this is mainly for addicted to minis and loving it. He got me looking at Swiss coins. This one's not silver though, but it's okay. Now, moving on to the next piece. And I don't really have a whole lot of new pieces for this, so it's going to be shorter for that part. This depicts our flag, one nation under God, our flag, our country. And it looks like the way they made it, let's see if we can get it at a slight angle. It's a little bit wavy to the touch. And on the back, this is not a coin, it's a medallion or a token. It has the Pledge of Allegiance in full. With liberty and justice for all. I mean, the flag looks really neat on this. I quite like that part. Now, the next coin I got, I'll show you this side first. It's for the monarch Christian VII of Denmark. And it says 1 Skilling Danske KM 1771. This is a usually heavily circulated type coin, and it's stayed in circulation for a while. Most of them are circulated, and one that's not circulated actually has some value to it. Uh, so anyway, it's kind of neat. It's not. I got it for a pretty low price, but it's still kind of cool looking. I like that C and 7 means Christian seventh. So on to the next short topic, real briefly. Some 1982 pennies are copper and some are zinc. So how do you tell the difference? Well, this is a zinc copper plated penny. Throw it on the scale, and you'll see it's 2.4 grams, 4.6. Starts at 2.5, but it might be slightly worn. Now, if this comes at 3 grams, it is copper. And I thought it was. And there's the coin right there. It's an 82 Denver copper in 3.1 grams. Hello, Bottle Top Bandit. This is going to be kind of short. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. It's been a while since I went live. And in case you think that was a fluke that it's 3.1 grams, here's an 81, which is copper. It's 3.9 grams. All right. So that's how you tell. And that I thought when I saw this that it looked like it was probably copper. And it turns out it is, because it's 3.1 grams. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is when you buy coins from a coin dealer and he has staple. Well, first, let's do this. Been wanting to talk about this for a while. Joink, it's a local internet company, and they've been installing this fiber internet. Free installation. They say only $250, and it says call Brandon today. One thing's for sure, I'm not going to call Brandon. All right, let's talk about the Morgan dollars real quick. I'll pull out the earliest ones in here. And this is for Addicted to Minis real quick. Talked about trade dollars, and I have this one. These are slightly heavier than a Morgan dollar. They're 400 grains, so that's a little bit more than what a Morgan dollar is. I'm going to pull out the first 10 or so of these Morgan dollars, the early ones. I'll show you the 8-tail feather one first. 8-tail feathers, 1878. And when you look at it, count them tail feathers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Real quickly, they changed them to 7 because I think eagles have an odd number of tail feathers and not even. I think that's why they did it. Now, this one's staples are flattened. And here's an 1878, which it's a scratched up some, but it's fairly good shape. You can see some mint luster on it, but the staples aren't down. This is a common problem with staplers. You can buy a stapler that flattens these out as you put them on, but if you don't have that, and your coin dealer doesn't have one, you can take a pair of pliers like these Stanleys. I can get the light to hit it to where you can read Stanley. There, Stanley. And you just go around and flatten the staples. And you might ask yourself, well, why bother flattening them? Well, if you keep this in a collector box, like something like this black box here, which is empty and it's used, it's been through a lot. You keep them in that, and you got a whole bunch of coins in there, it gets tight. And if it gets too tight, these staples sticking up could scratch your coin some. Now, this one is flattened already. 1878, Carson City. And the back is really worn, but you can see the Carson City there. It's already been flattened, so I don't have to worry about that one. This one, it's an 1878 S Mint. And it's not in real bad shape, but it is worn some. But the staples are up again. So you just have to flatten them like this. Go around the coin. Careful not to grab the coin with the pliers. You can use needle nose pliers, and that'll do the job too. That's one of those. Now the second, which is much better looking, 1878, San Francisco. And we're going to flatten the staples on this one too. This is something I have been needing to do for a long time, because I have a lot that I have in previous videos flattened, recently, but I haven't pulled out the Morgan dollars and done much to them, so they need flattened. This is an 1879, and it's a bit scratched. You can still see part of the mint luster. It might just be like a extra fine. It's Philadelphia. Again, the staples are up. I don't want to go too long on this, but I really do need to start flattening all these staples when I buy these coins instead of waiting. Not a real bad looking one. This one, 1879 Orleans, which doesn't look real bad in terms of wear and tear. It's got some mint luster and also has a little bit of a haze about the coin. It kind of doesn't shine on the luster as much as that other coin did. Again, with the staples, just go around, gently flatten them out. And now you're getting the point. Now, this 1880 one, it's a little scratch too. I mean, they got the way they traveled these coins. They put them in 1,000 coin bags. Back then, the travel was on dirt roads with stagecoach. So every bump they hit would make the whole coach shake a little. Even so, all the bags would be going every bump. So that's why I always got these little bitty bag mark scratches all over the coin, as you can see when you look at one. You see one that doesn't have hardly any scratches on it. It's probably because when it got made, it got thrown in a vault and didn't travel. All right, 1880. This one's San Francisco. San Francisco back then was making some really nice looking Morgan dollars. You know, including the 1881S, which I just saw one of my coin dealers recently that had been circulated a lot. That's kind of rare for them because a lot of them have been graded mint state on from 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65. Lots of them. If you ever want to get a mint state Morgan dollar that's graded, the S Mint is probably going to be one of the easiest ones to find. This 1880 S Mint one looks really good. You can see it's got pretty good mint luster around the coin. This might actually grade mint state 60, perhaps. I'm afraid to grade them because these are common, and if it doesn't grade what you want, you're not going to get your money back by reselling it as a graded coin. Because most of these common year ones like this have to be mint state 64, 65, maybe even 66 before the amount you paid for the coin originally, which this one was 44, and the amount you can sell it for as a graded coin gets high enough to make up for the cost of having it graded. This is an 1881 Philly, and it's the last coin I pulled out of the box, but I know I have an 1881S in there, so I'm going to pull it out too. And this one looks pretty good. And get the focus. You really don't see too much flattening of the feathers and smoothing them out. And the hair, see a lot of hairlines on the right above the ear, and the cheek doesn't look flattened. It's got a few scratches on it, but like I said, that's common with these. And because of how they made them, and then sent them out to the country. Now, I'm pretty sure I have an 1881S in this box. I'll grab a couple more because I have an 1881 Orleans as well. Then I'm going to stop there for the time being on smashing these, because I have this 1881 Orleans mint, which you look at its hairlines and stuff, cheeks kind of smooth, few scratches. 1881. Flip it over. It says Orleans. Get up on the eagle's head. See his eye and his feathers, his chest. Maybe just a hint. The tips of the wings, not too bad. I don't know whether this is grade mint state 60 or something or not, but it's far too common a year in mint to bother grading it, because you won't get your value back on this. And like I said, unless it's probably would have to make about mint state 65 or better to make $39 plus the fee of grading it, and waiting to get it back and all that stuff before you can resell it as a graded coin. Now here's my only 1881 San Francisco one. Well, only one that's in a card now. It's got a little black mark there that might be a slight divot and a few scratches here and there. And hair and ear look pretty good. The little cap knot up here looks pretty good. I don't think it's got any ring dings on it to speak of. The eagle's head, its chest, you can see the feathers on it. You can get the light to hit it really well. The wing tips, they don't look flattened out. And when the light hits it, you can kind of see that mint luster. There's a few scratches in the field and stuff, but you can see how the mint luster turns around that coin on the front and the back. This might, if it's not damaged in any way, could possibly grade mint state something, but there are already so many of them graded. And I mean, when you look at the cheek, let's get the light to hit it the right way. Very minor scratches. There's this little minor scratch or so on the neck. But you can turn this coin in the light in certain ways, and those scratches will be harder to see. That's what people on eBay do. They take a coin that's not quite what they're claiming, photograph it at a certain light and certain angle, and make that coin look really good. And when you get it, you start turning it in the light like this, you start seeing little scratches and stuff that you didn't see on the pictures. That's somebody who's trying to oversell his coin's value. But this one, I would say, if I tried to sell it, I would mention that it does have bag marks and scratches on it like normal. I would say I'm not really a professional grader, but I really don't see wear on it. So I think I would call it uncirculated. And it's kind of brilliant looking in this. You see that mint luster spiraling around the coin. So we're going to go ahead and smash the staples on this. So I've done my early year Morgans that are in these cards. Up until starting the next ones I do, I'm going to have to flatten our 1882s. And I'm not going to go the whole night doing that because the box is pretty full. To give you an idea, all the coins sitting here come out of the front of this. And as I stroll this back, you can see it's full. In the back, 15 or so are piece dollars. There's a couple of them that look really nice too. Let's see if I can find the one I have to say is probably, that ain't it, one of the best looking ones I have, piece dollar wise. Because its mint luster is crazy. Now watch the luster on that one side of the coin once I get it focused. Well, it's not focusing the way I wanted it to. Guess I'm going to have to use the loop a little bit. See that mint luster come off of that coin. It's not, there's some bag marks. These are a little bit softer on the details. I mean, that one, there's looks like a little bit of a scrapage right between the two numbers, and the one itself does not look as sharp as the 923. But other than that, I mean, that's nice mint luster. On the back, you can see the mint luster quite well on it. This is a really nice looking coin. Very common though. I mean, it's one of the largest mintage of years for these piece dollars. I think the 22 they made more, but this isn't much less. But look at the price. That's what I paid for it. It's $19. Some people don't like the P-Star as much as a Morgan, and there are quite a bit of difference. But this big field here makes keeping that field from being scraped up a lot, makes it kind of hard to determine grades on these. I'd be, and it's so common, I would not send this for grading, but it is really nice looking in terms of mint luster and stuff. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for now. And I haven't been live in like 3, maybe 4 months. I've just been doing preview videos where I actually record it and then put it on my computer and then schedule it later. I ought to start doing a few more live streams. So in the comments, anyone that watches this later can tell me whether they'd like to see me do a few more live streams, maybe a couple a month, maybe even once every weekend if you want that. But out of all the coins I got this week, this is pretty cool. I really like this, Netherlands, Denmark coin, Christian the Seventh. It's not silver, but it is 1771. But that's pretty much all I have for you tonight. Hope everyone has a good night and a good Sunday before you have to go back to work. And thanks, Bottle Top Bandit. I think you stuck around for the whole video almost. Thank you for stopping by, and I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, and we'll see you guys next time.